My name is Mbimbai Victor, Director of Works, Direct Engineering. Thank you.
Thank you very much, honorable members, starting from Honorable Nyambose.
Thank you very much, Chair. Good morning, my fellow members of Parliament. Good morning, permanent witnesses. Zimba, good morning and welcome. Mishek Mtetwa Nyambose, representing the special people of Chasefu constituency in Eastern Province and a member of the committee. You are welcome once again.
A very good morning to the Chair and the honorable members, our permanent witness, and Zimba Town Council. Welcome to Mandevu constituency. I represent the good people of Mandevu, and my name is Christopher Shakafuso. I'm a member of the committee. Thank you.
Morning, Chair. Morning, our permanent witnesses. Good morning, fellow honorable members of Parliament. And good morning, Zimba Town Council. Morning to the listeners and the viewers as well. This is Luhamba Mwene, Member of Parliament for Mangango Consensus in Western Province. Thank you.
Morning, Chair. Morning, permanent witnesses, and good morning, Zimba Town Council. I'm Honorable Dr. Aaron Mwanza, Member of Parliament for Kaumbwe Constituency, Petawe District of the Eastern Province. Thank you.
Good morning once more, Zimba Council. My name is Elliot Kamundo, Member of Parliament from Mfumbwe constituency in Northwestern Province. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, and I'm Honorable Simumba Lucas, Member of Parliament for Nakonde, sitting in for the Chair. Zimba Town Council, as we appear before this committee, or indeed any other committee of Parliament, you are protected under Cap 12 for the laws of Zambia, which grants members of Parliament immunity against prosecution. Hello, you can introduce yourself, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Chair. My sincere apologies. Yesterday, for one funny reason, I was online. I tried to log in, but every time I wanted to speak, it was failing me. Maybe it was a technical fault, but I did attend the session, and my sincere apologies.
Yeah.
Good morning, Zimba Council. Good morning, our honorable members of Parliament, our permanent witnesses. You are all most welcome. I am Honorable Kampamba Mlenga. I am Member of Parliament for the good people of Kalulushi on the Copper Belt. I'm also Vice Chairperson of this committee. You are most welcome, Zimba Council.
Thank you very much. Also, our substantive Chair, Honorable Mlunda. Okay, I think he is going to join us later. So as I was saying, we confer you with the Cap 12 or the laws of Zambia, which grants members of Parliament immunity against any prosecution for what they say while in the House. This means that the information you give to this committee cannot be used against you outside Parliament or indeed in a courts of law, as long as you are telling the truth. But if you decide to mislead, the very Cap 12 again can be used against you. But I'm sure that you won't follow that route. With that said, I will now invite you so that you can submit your report.
Thank you, Chair. And thank you once again, members of Parliament. Let me just go straight to the specific audit findings and the management response, and particularly on the cause of query. Management wishes to acknowledge.
You can start with the title.
Oh, okay.
The title of that query, then you go management response.
All guided, Chair. The Auditor General's examination of financial and other records maintained at Zimba Council for the financial year ended 31st December 2022.
The heading, delayed implementation.
Delayed implementation of
Then
one
you
by
go to management response.
Okay.
Yes.
So delayed implementation of 1x3 classroom block at Munachonga Community School.
Yes.
Yeah. So the Auditor's General examination.
Go to management response. You just read the heading, the title.
Okay.
Then you go to management response.
Okay. So let me just repeat.
Yes.
Yeah. So delayed implementation of 1x3 classroom block at Munachonga Community School. Management response. Management wishes to acknowledge the auditor's observation on the delayed implementation of the Munachonga 1x3 classroom block. The delayed implementation of the project was due to alteration of plan from construction of an irrigation dam which was initially approved on 16th August 2022 at a cost of 1 million to a construction of 1x3 classroom block at Munachonga Community School at an allocated cost of 1 million, which was approved on 22nd October 2023. This delay was due to the objection letters received on 23rd February 2023 and 20th June 2023 from the Ward Development Committee to the local authority proposing that the project be changed. Action taken. Following the verbal objection from the Ward Development Committee, the local authority engaged the Ward Development Committee to put the objection in writing and attach minutes. Furthermore, after the second complaint on the reduced allocated amount of 500,000 kwacha on labor-based, the local authority allocated additional funds of 500,000 kwacha and recommended the change of contract type from labor-based to full contract at an allocated cost of 1 million. The contract for the construction of a 1x3 classroom block at Munachonga Community has since been awarded to Sarkos Investment Limited at a contract sum of 872,869.56, whose scope of work includes full construction of 1x3 classroom block with solar electrification on the 3rd January 2024 with a project duration of 6 months. The project is at slab level and structure block work erection is underway. The amount paid so far is an advance payment of 218,217. See Appendix 1 for verification. On remedial measure, the local authority shall continue sensitizing communities on the need to make wide consultation in their communities on the identification and prioritizing of community projects to avoid situations where you have to decide on the change of projects. Chair, can I continue on? Yeah, thank you. Delayed completion, which is construction of a health center at Skalae. Management response. Cause for the query. Management wishes to acknowledge the author's observation on the delayed completion and construction of Skalae Lolo Health Center. The delayed completion of the health center at Skalae was due to floods, lack of support from the community, and theft of building materials. This caused the contractor to apply for rescheduling and extension of works at the project. Action taken. The committee may wish to know that the local authority awarded a contract for the construction of a Lolo Health Center at Skalae to Messrs. Jamashu Enterprise Limited on 25th of November 2022 at the contract sum of 947,795.99 for a contract duration of 5 months, whose scope of works included full construction of the Lolo Health Center and solar electrification. After a complaint letter from the contractor, the local authority assessed the flood situation at the project site, and authority to reschedule the works was granted on 16th December 2022. Furthermore, on 7th May 2023, management wrote to the contractor to expedite the works as the pace at which works were being executed would delay the completion of the project. On 18th May 2023, management held a meeting with the community and contractor at Skalai to resolve wrangles on the acquisition of building materials. Management thereafter on 15th September approved the extension of contract period for a period of 3 months. The local authority wishes to inform the committee that works have progressed and the project now stands at 90% complete, with the contractor finalizing finishes such as grass pen installation, drainage and landscaping. The local authority has given the contractor a target of completing the project by 28th February 2024. The amount paid so far is 533,272.45. See Appendix 2 for verification. So remedial measures. The local authority will continue sensitizing and engaging the community before and during the implementation of projects. Chair, on the cross-cutting audit findings, and that is to do with Appendix 1, budget performance. There is a table which is there. On management response, the cause of query, variance. Management wishes to acknowledge the auditor's observation on the total sum of 2 million variance and wish to state that the variance in finding was due to the monies deducted at source for the procurement of CDF monitoring vehicle and Zambia police vehicle. Interest end, management wishes to acknowledge the auditor's observation on the unspent sum of 367. Interest earned from CDF loan revolving fund, and wish to state the interest was not spent at the time of audit because the local authority had not yet obtained authority from the provincial government officer to spend the funds. Community projects. Management wishes to acknowledge the auditor's observation and wish to state that the unspent sum of 5.1 million at the time of audit were as a result of contract retention funds which have been retained until the defects liability period elapses. The other cause is from the difference between the allocated project funds and the actual project contract sum. Lastly, it is because of the committed funds on the ongoing projects such as Skalai and Munachonga. Disaster contingents. Management wishes to acknowledge the auditor's observation that a total sum of 733,587 for disaster contingents was unspent at the time of audit because the local authority had not yet received a report of any disaster from the Disaster Management Committee. Empowerment grants. Management wishes to acknowledge that the auditor's observation on the unspent sum of 10,233 and wish to state that at the time of audit the beneficiary's account was still inactive, hence the transaction could not be processed. On bursaries, management wishes to acknowledge the auditor's observation on the unspent sum of 2.7 million for bursaries and wish to state that the unspent funds was the difference between the allocated funds under CDF bursaries component of 4.8 and an amount spent of 2.1 at the time of audit. This was due to low application turnout of learners. Action taken. On the variance, the local authority wished to inform the committee that on 23rd May 2023, Mapatizia constituency received one motor vehicle, Toyota Land Cruiser, hard-top registration number GRZ 880CZ for monitoring of projects, as well as Zimba Police Vehicle registration number ZP 2794B. Interest end. The local authority wishes to inform the committee that management sought authority from the provincial government officer to spend the interest earned in the revolving fund account on the additional loan beneficiaries. Community projects. The local authority wishes to inform the committee that a sum of 3.4 million has so far been spent on the works executed on community projects. The remaining balance of 1.7 is committed for ongoing projects. Disaster contingents. The local authority has since received a correspondence from Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit proposing to construct Tabana Bridge in Smatachela Ward. The letter was presented in the CDFC meeting, and the recommendation has since been sent to the provincial government officer awaiting approval. Empowerment of grants. The local authority wishes to inform the committee that on 3rd January 2023, Skumbi cooperative was paid the grant amount to 12,000 kwacha. Bursaries. The local authority sought authority for a variation of 1.5 million from unutilized funds for secondary school boarding bursary towards the procurement of desks, and has since spent 1.5 towards procurement of desks, while the other balance of 1.2 has been spent towards the bursaries. See Appendix 3 for verification. Remedial measures. The local authority will continue to engage in sensitizing or sensitization with contractors on the need to complete projects within the contractual period, and will continue to monitor and supervise projects. Furthermore, the local authority will continue to sensitize the community on empowerment grants, bursaries, and disaster management components. On Appendix 2, Chair, that's failure to spend. There is a table, I think, which is also reflected in the audit report. So on management response, cause of query, management wishes to acknowledge the author's observation that the funds amounting to 5.1 million was unspent at the time of audit. The unspent funds at the time of audit were as a result of committed funds for ongoing projects. So the action taken, Chair, we have depicted a table showing how the unspent funds which was found at the time of audit and how much was spent, which is 3.4, leaving a balance of unspent of 1.7. So the local authority wishes to inform the committee that the sum of 3.4 million has so far been spent on the works executed on community projects. The remaining balance of 1.7 is meant for ongoing projects, retention, and difference between the project allocation and the contract sum. See Appendix 4 for verification. Remedial measures. The local authority will continue to engage in sensitization with contractors and on the need to complete projects within the contractual period, and will continue to monitor and supervise projects. I submit, Chair. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Before CS, I note that we don't have a procurement officer. I wanted to find out why have you left him behind?
Yeah, yes, Chair. We had a procurement officer was transferred to Mansa, and the new one that came, when just reported, she went on leave receiving medical attention. So we don't have the procurement officer, Chair.
Okay. With that said, points of clarifications from honorable members. Honorable Nyambose.
Chair, before I ask my point of clarification, I want to somehow confirm that at least the report is now according to standard. I'm hoping that you have learned and you have picked lessons from the way the report is done. I think it is flowing, Chair, just like the other councils are doing. I think these are points of lessons that you pick as a council. Chair, mine is on page 1. Delayed implementation of a 1x3 classroom block at Munachonga Community School.
You can switch off your mic. Okay.
Chair, this project started first as they wanted to do, what was it first? a dam. They had assigned 1 million to do a dam in the same area. Later on, WDC and other stakeholders changed to say we wanted a 1x3 classroom block as a priority for that particular ward. We commend them. And Chair, the 1 million was varied to do a 1x3 classroom block. I've perused through all the correspondences, verbal, it has been indicated in the text, and the written correspondences to this contractor. Chair, this contractor has taken 1 year, 4 months, I've calculated, to complete this project. 1 year, 4 months. The question is this a normal contract period? And if this is normal, Council Secretary, how many would you do projects in that particular period? Chair, you note that first they had assigned, the first question is why has it taken 1 year, 4 months to complete this project, or if it's completed? I've noticed that the completion certificates as attached have no dates. Somewhere there are completion certificates for projects. I don't know if it's this one. I think we shall confirm. There are no dates, just signatures of the Council Secretary and the Director of Works. That is number 2, Chair. Number 3, how special was this contractor whom you would extend the contract period? First, Chair, the first contract period was 6 months. Many councils, when they come here, they will show you that within 8 weeks, within 6 weeks, a project of 1x3 is envisaged to be completed. But this one, the first contract, it was 6 months. How would you explain the 6 months? Then later on, when the contractor lost some cement, thieves stole some materials, you extended for 3 months. How is this contract? Is a contractor on site that people can steal materials from him, or he abandoned site at the time of theft of materials? I think I would start with those, Chair.
I think those, so that he can respond. Council Secretary.
Thank you, Chair. I was listening carefully from Honorable Nyambose. Maybe there are 2 things here. I think the one that has mentioned to do with the theft of materials, that was to do with the Skalai project. And the first one that you started with was the Munachonga, which was to do with the delayed implementation. Yeah, and this contract was awarded, I think that was on 24th of January. So if you check the dates there, I think it's 24th of January, which is still ongoing now. Okay, so perhaps maybe I go now to where he's addressing on the issues of Skalai, because I think he brought in 2. Yeah, Skalai, yes. Yeah. So maybe just to be specific, Chair, that I think just like we did indicate in our responses, that first to start with, there was an issue to do with floods. Okay, and I think we have also indicated the problem that actually which we faced, and we couldn't go ahead, or the contractor could not go ahead, and thereafter he asked for rescheduling of the project. But as the project, when he went now on site, we had also issues of where the community could not help, or they could not work together in terms of contribution of materials and so forth. That also delayed, and that's how come, Chair, we intervened at some point. I think you realize there's some documentations there where we went on site and talked to the community to just make sure that they work well together with the contractor. Yeah, quite all right. The contractor, Chair, or the supervisor at the contract site was also found that was also there, not knowing how theft could have occurred, but it came to light that some materials were stolen, and the issue was reported to police, Chair. So many other interventions, Chair, have been alluded in the report that regarding Skarai project.
Yes, Honorable Nyambose, then Honorable Dr.
Yes, the
Mwanza.
first follow-up, Chair, is thanks for the correction. Is it true that the
Switch off.
initial,
Switch off your mic.
is it true, Council Secretary, that the initial contract period was 6 months? Second, Chair, the CS has mentioned they couldn't agree with the community on the contribution of materials. The question is, was this a full contract? If it was a full contract, why was the community expected to contribute unless it wasn't a full contract? Those are the questions that I have in the interim. Then there is also, Chair.
Just so that he
Okay.
shouldn't lose thought, Chair.
Okay.
Those are very important questions, and would want clarity. After that, that's when you will continue with the others, so you can respond to those.
Honorable is right. The issue is that I think I did indicate that it was a contribution. Let me rescind that statement. It wasn't, because the contract was a full contract. What I intend to mean was that the support, because the contractor would be able to buy these materials from the community, so it was not able to receive that kind of support. So it's not a contribution, Chair.
The other question he asked too. Okay. The other one is the standard. Why did you give this contractor 6 months? Is it a standard? I think on Sarkos is that one is Skalai. But before you go to this question,
Chair, sorry for what I'm looking at is on page 2 on top. It's a continuation of Munachonga. May I read, Chair?
yes.
It starts from page 1. The contract for the construction of a 1x3 classroom block at Munachonga Community School has since been awarded to Sarkos Investment Limited at a contract sum of, go to page 2, 872,869.56, whose scope of work includes full construction of a 1x3 classroom block with solar electrification on 3rd January 2024 with a project duration of 6 months. So, Chair, it's not Skalai Health Center, it is Munachonga. The period was 6 months. So the question was, this is unique. Sitting here, I'm getting experience. A contract that will take half a year just to do a 1x3 classroom block. What was the spirit or motivation to give such a long duration to this contractor? And you note that it has been extending, and it has gone. Okay, maybe I end there.
So CS, the concern of the member is these are 2022 projects, and then you give a contractor
a contract starting from January 2024. Already we have 2 years that has passed, and we give this contractor another 6 months. The service that the people of Zimba, especially Mapatizia, were supposed to enjoy in 2022, they are not enjoying. And we have extended time, January up to June, July, somewhere there, 2022. That's the concern of the member.
Thank you, Chair. Just like I alluded, when you look at the first question or the query, this is the first time the contract was being offered. Okay, and this is the one that we're talking about, that initially it was an irrigation dam, and at that particular time the contract was not yet awarded. Okay, and then from there, when now it changed to Mnachonga 1/3, that's when now again other processes of procurement started. So what we are reading now, the 2024, is the first contract. That's the first time that we're awarding the contract, Chair.
Honorable Dr. Mwanza, then Honorable.
Okay, thank you so much, Chair. This Munachonga, I followed the stories very.
Can switch off your mic, please.
I followed the stories very well. It's a 1/3 classroom block now. Originally, you seek approval for an irrigation dam, and then the WDC protested and requested to change the project, which you followed the due process. This is what delayed to the procurement of this project up to this time. My questions are that one, why? I mean, was the technical appraisal committee involved at the project appraisal during the first time that the project was presented to the CDFC? And they came up with that cost of 1 million kwacha, which you applied to PLGO for approval. Second, when the WDC approached to say we need to change the project to 1/3 classroom block, you agreed, but you allocated 500,000 kwacha. Why? Because the change of project and the amount of money that was allocated for that project, why didn't you budget the same 1 million kwacha towards the 1/3 classroom block? Because you ended up now giving them 500,000 kwacha. In fact, you gave 500,000 kwacha for 2023 budget, not 2022. So where did the 1 million kwacha go? And the contract, you are saying you changed from labor-based, which you offered at 500,000 kwacha, to full contract. Where is the communication to show that when you did the evaluation of a 1/3 classroom block, that contract was supposed to be executed at using labor-based?
Those are loaded questions. And also, in addition, I know that most of the projects, they come from the WDC. Now, I want to understand, why did, again, the very people, the WDC, who proposed this dam, again they objected, they changed? What could be the problem?
Thank you, Chair. For sure, quite loaded. The technical committee was engaged, Chair, and they were on site, and I think that was actually done. On the issues to do with the amount, Chair, when you look at the period, you have also provided some supporting documentations there. At a time that when we were engaging the committee, WDCs, to respond if you check, there was a time that we made some reminders to respond to them submitting or giving us the submission of the new project. When they delayed, we had also a situation. And the situation we had, Chair, was that the issue of the vehicle, initially, as you may be aware, we had actually budgeted for, is it 700? For 700,000. And later on, I think there was a correspondence that which went across that we needed to budget the vehicle at 1,200,000, if I'm not mistaken. And when that came to light, Chair, and we realized that this is the situation in which we are, the matter was reported to CDFC, I think, which minutes we have also attached. And it's at that particular time that the authority was sought to get part of that amount of money and be able to allocate it towards the motor vehicle. And the decision later, I think through what our Member of Parliament has actually indicated, we also now had to seek authority to give an additional amount, of the 500,000 kwacha to equalize on what was actually communicated to later. So that's what changed in terms of the amounts as indicated in the report, Chair.
Over WDC, you haven't answered.
Sorry?
The proposers of the projects were the WDCs. Why did they change?
The proposers to...
Honorable Mute.
Just to get it more clear, Mutelo Mishek is my name. Who proposed the dam? Was it the WDCs? If they are the ones, why did they have to change again? But taking this, I'm so grateful to you, CS. You seem to have all this information. But are you aware that no matter how much talking we talk, if projects are not implemented, we are not getting to the target? Are you aware? When a dam is proposed, not done, now it's a 1x3 classroom block. I'm afraid they may come back to you to say, now we need the health post. And time is being wasted. The cost will also be increasing. I'm glad that now no money will be given to any local authority, not until it uses the money it has and justifies it. On the floor of the House yesterday, there was now an issue. Who is to be blamed? Is it a member of parliament or the officers? I will tell you, it came back to the officers. And officers who will not be implementing, they will be on their own. They bring a dam. Now, a class. What's your take?
Council Secretary.
Yes, Chair. Like the way you mentioned, Chair. So when you look at the issues to do with the minutes that were there from the initial stage, you realize that in the first place, according to their priorities, they had actually indicated that they needed an industrial borehole. Okay? Now, just like we have indicated, later on in the CDF, because of our terrain and the type of place where we are, we realized that, or it was realized through the committee, that the water, in terms of us be able to get the water from there, perhaps it was going to be quite difficult. So the committee, CDF, decided to propose to say perhaps we go for the dam to avoid issues of dry boreholes.
Yes. Thank you, sir. I want to get you clear. So first, it was not a dam.
No, according to the minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So first, it was not a dam. Eh? Yes or no? According to the minutes and what you.
Yes, yes, yeah.
So, industrial borehole, did it work? You resolved no. Now a dam, did it work? No. Now we are at a classroom block. Now the classroom block was being discussed 2024 all the way from 2022. That's the danger of not implementing project. I will not wonder if again 2025 you come here, CS, the classroom block would have changed to a health post. Would you want us to work like that? Sir, you switch on now. You have switched off. Would you want Zimba to work like that?
Chair, of course not.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the issue is that I think we have also provided the status quo in terms of how far we have now gone with the same Munachonga, which is not even at where we expect or where it is expected. I think we have moved, Chair. I don't think
yes,
we have that. Yeah.
The structure is at slab level. That is not moving, especially that is a 2022 project. So if in Zimba something that was supposed to be done in 2022 and in 2024 is at slab level, is moving, then as a committee we are worried. So just take the counsel that this committee is providing so that we move forward. You just say, yes.
Council Secretary and your team, take interest from what Honorable Mtero and the Chair and everyone has said. The buck stops at you. I told you initially, why did you give 6 months contract? You cannot do that. So project implementation is critical and is the basis for your assessments as officers. Your employers are coming. We want to see efficiency. The President espoused, Chair, 3 principles: right price, quick delivery, and the quality. So if you look at 6 months period today, 1 by 3 classroom block, and the people, WDCs are changing, there should be a hand somewhere that is influencing. And if you don't put your foot down as officers, you allow WDC today, this slab will change to the laboratory. You should be prevailing over these issues. Once agreed, you should follow them. Take the council, you come back here. That's when things you realize that this council from the chair and the committee is very critical. The assessment of your performance or leadership is based on how you perform. Not whatever or papers, no, but your performance.
Okay. Council Secretary, just on the same, on page 2, dread completion of construction of a health center at Sikalai. You have submitted on page 3 that the local authority has given the contractor a target of completing the project by 28 February 2024. Is this project done? And if it's not done, what is your action?
So, Chair, the issue is that we have got status report on the Munachonga as well as Kalai, and which we wish to submit to this committee. This is a more reason why I was actually saying that I think we have moved, The report that you saw, it was the time when we submitted to National Assembly for you to actually go through. But I think within that period we have moved, and we have got documents here. Perhaps Chair, I would seek the clerk to just give us, to just come and get some documents that from where we stand now. So we have progressed, Chair.
Have you answered the question? Where are we? Because
Chair,
we are supposed to complete. Is it completed?
Skala is complete now, Chair.
The health post.
Yeah. Yes, Chair.
Okay. Honorable Mwanza, then Honorable Mwete.
Thank you, Chair. I wanted to know the Munachonga Primary School, the 1x3 classroom block. I read somewhere the first 500,000 kwacha is an allocation from 2023. The next 500,000 kwacha, is it an allocation from 2024? Or what the composition of the total funding, the sources for this project? Where can you elaborate on that?
Chair, it's not from 2024, it's from 2022 and 2023. That's what makes 1 million. Like we indicated, Chair, that out of the 1 million, 500,000 kwacha was gotten to be able to add to the purchase of the motor vehicle.
Yes, because the 1 million that was budgeted for the irrigation dam was channeled towards the purchase of the vehicle. So you had no funds, and then you allocated 500,000 kwacha from the 2023 budget. It's in the minutes here. You allocated 500,000 kwacha towards this project from 2023 budget, and you made it as a labor-based, which I asked you to say, where is even the proof that the project was to be executed by labor-based? Then realizing the difficulties in executing the project by labor-based, you changed. They had to seek for more funding. The funding will balance the funding that you have signed with this contractor, because I'm worried, because this contractor he just signed the contract now, in fact for a longer duration, 6 months, which means the project, one, I'm worried about the funding, source of funding, to fund this 800 and something which he has signed for, because the 2020, from the 2023 budget, I'm sure you already have the finances, the 500, but the balance, you have remained quiet. Is it from the 2024 budget?
Council Secretary?
Yes, Chair, like I indicated.
You can seek clarity even from the whoever should.
Yes, Chair. The issue is that when you go to, is it on appendices?
Yes.
Yeah, that's...
appendix what?
Appendix 1.
Yes. Serial number? Okay, you are the engineering.
The direct finance.
Direct finance, we can switch on your mic so that we can hear you. You can switch off your mic, yes?
Thank you very much, Chair. So in terms of the evidences,
yes,
you go to Appendix 1. Then on dot number 11, that is where we have provided an extract of minutes from the CDFC committee, which approved the transfer of funds, that is 500 from the allocation of 1 million for the irrigation to the procurement of the motor vehicle, like the CS explained. So the other evidence now is talking about the change of project now to using labor-based. So we have provided that attachment, Chair. On
Okay.
Appendix 1, serial number serial number, you start with serial number 13.
I've seen here the authority
yeah,
to
yes,
change
yes.
the authority to change a community project
Mhm.
from construction of an irrigation dam to construction of 1/3,
Yes.
and also the value is 500
Yes.
under Mapatiza constituency. There is this, which was dated the 5th May. Okay. So now the question was, this is a 2022 project, and he used the funds for 2023. That's the 500 kwacha. Dr. Mwanza.
Where is the instruction? After you gave the 500,000 kwacha, you gave out the 500,000 kwacha, which now you are elaborating that it is coming from the 2022, right? Now you gave out the 500,000 kwacha towards the construction of this project. Where is the instruction that this 500,000 kwacha, the mode of execution of the project will be by labor-based?
That's what the, that's on page what? Minutes. Can you just flip on those minutes?
Take us through.
Yes, Chair. Let me just read on this one. Is this one? The minutes.
As they are looking for minutes, Honorable Mwene.
Thank you so much, Chair. I know one of them can be looking for the minutes.
So, can I read, Chair?
Yes.
Let me just start from here where it says the disapproval of project allocation to Chundwe Ward Dam construction. It says the Chair...
Which one is that? Are we there, members? Can't find
Chair,
it.
when you go to Appendix 1, I think the first, there is a letter that which is 5th October. You skip that one?
Appendix 1.
Yes.
There's a proposal of construction.
Yes. Then after proposal of construction,
And
there is
reminder.
that Chundwe Ward Development Committee meeting, which was held in September.
Yes.
Then now comes the extract minutes of the Mapatizia Constituency Development Fund. That's why I want to lead, Chair.
Okay.
Yes.
Extract of, yes.
Yes, Chair. So now it says, the Chair informed the members that the committee is in receipt of a complaint letter via the office of the Council Secretary from Chundwe Ward Development Committee rejecting the approval dam construction under the 2022 CDF approved projects in preference to 1/3 classroom block at Mnachonga School at a cost of 500,000 kwacha labor based. The Chair gave a brief background on how the said project was allocated to the ward. He informed the members that there were several applications from the ward concerning water such as boreholes and industrial boreholes, Chair. So it's that part that I'm talking about.
Yes, in fact, you have rightly put it that way. That was a reaction by the WDC through maybe they just got some rumor that 500,000 has been allocated and it will be by labor based. We want that letter of saying we have allocated 500,000 kwacha towards this project and it to be by labor based. Labor based these days, council would buy materials and would give the community maybe 25% or something like that. So where is that? Because the WDC has reacted to that.
To the next evidence there, that is on 5th, is it 5th May? From the provincial local government officer. Maybe I can read the letter, Chair.
Yes.
Said authority to change a community project from construction of an irrigation dam to construction of a 1/3 classroom block at Mnachonga Community School under Mapatizia constituency in Zimba district.
Yes.
Reference is made to your letter dated 20th April 2023 in which you submitted a recommendation for change of community project. That is the construction of an irrigation dam to construction of a 1/3 classroom block at Mnachonga Community School, valued at 500,000 kwacha under the Mapatizia constituency for approval in accordance with that section, Chair. Be informed that the provincial local government officers approved your request to payment to
This one is known.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes.
The question from the member is the WDC reacted after not seeing that this was a labor-based.
Yeah.
Why did they react? If from the beginning they knew and they approved that this project is going to be a labor-based, why did the WDC react to that after knowing that, yeah, really, this project has been changed to a labor-based? Why did they react?
I indicated in the memorandum there, I did inform the committee that there were 2 objections which were done. And one was to do with the issue to do with the amounts, okay? Because they are very much aware in the initial stage when they approved the 1 million for the dam, we communicated. And when we wanted to do labor-based, we communicated as well that it was going to be 500,000 kwacha. But because they were very much aware that their allocation for their award or for that particular project was 1 million, that's how they reacted, Chair.
Thank
and
you.
that is how come we actually
Thank you very
submitted
much.
to that.
Thank
Yes.
you.